I remember the night by the smell.
Smoke and lamb and something sharp like fear. Mama washed my face twice that evening, though it was already clean. Her hands shook when she tied my sandals.
Keep them on, she said, even if you want to sleep. Why? I asked.
Because we are leaving. She had said that before.
Grown-ups had been whispering leaving for weeks. Moses had come and gone, his voice loud like he was not afraid of soldiers.
Plagues had come to frogs in our bowls, darkness that felt thick enough to chew. I stopped being surprised when strange things happened, but that night felt different.
Even the air seemed to wait. Father painted our door with lamb's blood.
I watched the red shine in the torchlight. Does it hurt the door? I asked.
Father almost smiled.
No, it tells a story. Inside, we ate quickly. No leftovers.
No sitting back.
Mama kept looking at the door like it might open by itself. My little brother fell asleep sitting up, and she wouldn't let him lie down. Outside, Egypt was quiet.
Then it wasn't.
A sound began far away like wind at first.
Then louder. Then closer. It was crying.
Not one voice. Many. Too many.
It moved through the streets like a wave.
I covered my ears.
Mama, she pulled me close. Her heart beat fast against my cheek. Stay here, she whispered. Stay. The crying did not come from our house. It passed over us. I did not understand why.
Before morning, there was pounding at the door, not soldiers, but neighbors, Egyptians. Their faces were white and wet.
They pressed things into Father's hands, bracelets, necklaces, coins.
Go, they said. Please, go. We left before the sun rose.
I thought leaving would feel like running. It felt like walking into a story too big for my feet.
Everywhere there were people, old men leaning on staffs, mothers carrying babies, children rubbing sleep from their eyes.
Sheep bleated, wheels creaked. No one told us to hurry, but everyone moved quickly.
I looked back once.
Egypt was still there, its tall buildings, its wide river. It did not look broken, but it felt like something had snapped. We walked for days. My sandals rubbed blisters on my heels. Sometimes I wanted to ask if we could go back for just one night, just to rest.
But every time I opened my mouth, I saw the way Moses walked ahead, like he was following something invisible. Then we reached the water.
It stretched wider than I could see, blue and impossible.
Behind us, dust rose on the horizon.
Are they coming? Someone shouted. The ground began to shake. I heard the sound of wheels, horses. People started crying. Some shouted at Moses.
I grabbed Mama's hand so hard my fingers hurt.
Why did we leave?
A man yelled, better to be slaves than dead. I wondered if that was true.
Moses stood at the edge of the water. He lifted his staff. Nothing happened.
The shaking grew louder. Then the wind came.
Not a breeze. A roar. It pushed against us so hard I had to lean into Mama to stay standing.
The water moved. I saw it with my own eyes.
It pulled back like a curtain, rising up on both sides. A path opened where there had only been sea.
Everyone froze. Then someone stepped forward.
Then another.
Mama pulled me with her. We walked into the sea.
The walls of water shimmered beside us. I could see shapes moving inside fish darting like silver thoughts. The ground beneath my feet was damp but firm.
I wanted to reach out and touch the water, but Mama said no behind us. The Egyptians shouted.
They followed. We ran then, not because someone told us to, but because we could feel the story speeding up. My brother tripped and Father lifted him.
My lungs burned.
The wind screamed in my ears.
When we reached the other side, I turned.
The walls of water trembled. The wind stopped. The sea fell. It was louder than the crying that night in Egypt.
Louder than anything I had ever heard. When the spray settled, the path was gone.
The soldiers were gone. Only waves.
For a moment, no one spoke.
Then Miriam began to sing.
Her voice was strong and bright, like she had been waiting her whole life for this note.
Women grabbed tambourines. People laughed and wept at the same time. Even the old men danced. I didn't sing.
I just stood there, sand between my toes, trying to understand.
We were not slaves anymore.
The sea was behind us.
The desert was ahead.
I tugged on Mama's sleeve.
Where are we going? She looked down at me, eyes shining. To the place God promised. Have you seen it?
She shook her head. I thought about the door with blood on it, the crying,
the wind, the walls of water. No, she said softly.
But I've seen enough. I took her hand, and we walked into the desert, free.